Today we're taking a look at the Punkt MP02 update with Pigeon, which is a signal messenger, and also some updates on other dumb phones that I have reviewed. Let's get started. If you're new to the channel, my name is Jose, and here we talk about digital minimalism. So if that's something that interests you, make sure to subscribe. Again, we're taking a look at the Punkt MP02, and for the Schok Classic users, you can now use it with Verizon. Very good news. I'll get to that in just a second, however. When it comes to the Punkt MP02, I have two reviews. My first review when I first got the device and the version 2.0, which made it way better. It made it way more usable, but still had a couple of things such as lack of MMS, and lack of extra tools that will come in the future. So now the Punkt team has decided to create this app called Pigeon. Essentially, it's a third-party signal, or I guess first party for this phone, signal client that allows you to tap and access the Signal network. So Signal is a secure messenger application. It's better than WhatsApp, better than Telegram. It's just a very, very secure application, and it's touted to be the most secure. You know, it uses a very private protocol, end-to-end encryption, and a lot of other goodies in the private world. But what this allows, essentially, the Punkt MP02 is to have a way to create groups, send pictures, or receive them, even though it may be a little bit difficult to send pictures since you don't have a camera here. But if you have a file laying around just on the MP02 that you transfer from your computer, then you might be able to do that. You can also forward videos, you can have a lot of functionality, send encrypted messages to your loved ones, disappearing messages, things of that nature. Now, the only thing that you need to do in order to actually install this application is that you need to have version 2.0. If you don't have version 2.0, which you should have updated either way because it made the phone just way better in all of the aspects, well, you cannot use this. So make sure to update to version 2.0 first, and then you get to install the Pigeon Manager. You go to the settings, you get to the installed applications, and after that you let it load. It downloads the Pigeon application, and then you'll be able to find it within the big menu, which again, it's a very nice thing that it has that ability. I think this positions the MP02 as a complete device now. You can use text messages, you can use also this Signal messages for group conversations. Your friends may have Signal, or, you know, depending on where you live, they might be able to get Signal. I don't think there's any phone, unless they use another, you know, minimalistic device, they will not be able to get it. But Punkt users can rejoice because now you have a plethora, you know, open, more functions, more abilities to chat with other people. You also will be able to make calls to people through this Pigeon app. It works very well. I was testing it with myself and my wife and, you know, different things, just sending a couple text messages here and there. And it's very reliable. I like it a lot. There are a couple of things when it comes to the design. It doesn't follow the same design as the text application or as the other applications. You can see more of the Android menus. As we remember, this is based on Android. The Punkt MP02 is based on Android, not Google though. It's not based on Google's version of Android, but the open source version. And again, it just makes the Punkt MP02 a better device, a more reliable device. And you can at least receive pictures very quickly through Signal. You can access them through a web client or even a desktop client, or if you have a Mac or anything like that. So you'll be able to synchronize messages more easily, and you don't have to rely on, you know, SMS protocols, which are not very secure. So I think this is a very big win for the Punkt team. It allows them to expand some of their capabilities. It allows also the phone to just go further and have way more access to group messages and things of that nature. And again, Signal is a very good application. I actually use it all the time with my desktop client, and now I'll probably be using it with the Punkt MP02. This is one of the devices that I haven't used that much, so I'm going to give it way more time now because I'm excited to try this out. So those are the news for the Punkt MP02. Thanks for watching that part. Now let's get to a lot of more industry news, if you will. So essentially the Schok Classic, which is a device I have also reviewed, it's now compatible with Verizon. So I don't have one with myself right now, but I was able to verify it through a friend who has both T-Mobile and Verizon, and he was able to actually tell me that it works very well. Now, the only thing here is that, we spent a couple of minutes just texting back and forth and just figuring out, hey, is this compatible? Is this not compatible? Is that it is compatible, but sometimes it will drop the signal. So don't be scared because it doesn't have all the bands. So where he's at, he was getting 4G LTE, VoLTE, no issues. And then there were some areas of the city that he was in that it was dropping to 1 times or even sometimes no service. So it is compatible with Verizon, but it doesn't have all the bands necessary to work perfectly. So it will be compatible in certain areas and it will not be compatible in other areas. But besides that, text messaging works. You can install applications. You can do all of the marvelous things that you can do with the Schok Classic. Again, very recommended device. So I'm really excited for that device too, now that it has way more availability for other users that want to use the Verizon network here in the United States. And remember, the Schok Classic is actually unlocked for a lot of other bands outside of the States as well. So if you've been considering it, make sure to check the links below. Also, as I always remind you, if you're looking for a dumb phone and you don't know, hey, which one has this feature, which one has the calls and the group messages, which I can install Android apps, things of that nature, make sure to check the dumb phone finder. And if you have any other questions, please make sure to put them in the comments below. I always interact with you guys. A couple of extra reviews that will be coming up in the near future is the Jethro 4G. This is quite a device. I'll be getting into that. I will also have, I just have a bunch of phones right here laying around. So we have the Plum Ram 8. I believe this is the Ram 8. I reviewed the Ram 9 because I needed a SIM card adapter. Then I'll be getting into the Max West Neo 4G. And lastly, I will be getting into an alternate operating system for those of you who may not want a dumb phone, but you want an alternate operating system, which will be Selfish OS. So that's what's to come in the next month and a little bit for me. And if you have any other questions or any other videos, any other devices that you think would be great to review, please put them in the comments below and I'll try to get them to my house as soon as I can to test them and give you the review about it. And since we're approaching the 3,000 mark, once we're closer to the 3,000 mark, right now we're 2,700, which, by the way, thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe. I'll be doing a giveaway. All of these devices that I am not using all the time or that they don't have any extra updates or things of that nature that are just like kind of set in stone, I'll be giving away. So the Jethro, the Plum Rams, the Ram with KaiOS, all of those, I'll be make sure to do a giveaway for you guys since I'm really excited to share it with the community. So again, questions or anything, make sure to put that in the description below. Giveaway is not this video yet, but it will come in the near future. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.